Max, switching the lights off, please. Great. So we're making production decisions. Again, we're on supply side of economics now. So we are the ones that are determining what is made, how it's made, what type of resource we're going to use, how much we're going to charge for it. Because we're in a free market economy here, right? So we don't have the government telling us all of those things. We are making those decisions for ourselves. So we're going to begin here with the idea of productivity. And as we apply it to economics, it's the amount of goods and services produced per unit of input. How would we describe input? What do we mean by input there? Give me an idea. What does input mean when it comes to production? Okay, things that you use to make product. Good. So what's that going to include? What do we need to make stuff? If we're making donuts, what do we need? What's our input for donuts?
Flour.
Flour, good. What else do you need? Sugar, salt.
Sprinkles.
Yes, sprinkles. By the way, my kid's favorite new show is Kids Baking Championship. And so we sit down, that's something we watch together as a family. Last night, we're a little behind, so we're watching old episodes. Last night was the donut competition. And so the whole night was about these kids making donuts, and some of them made some pretty amazing things. What about people? Workers. You need people to be able to make that happen. So people will be included in part of your input. So we're looking at the amount of goods and services produced per unit of input, and we're going to look to see how well we are using those things. And in order for us to understand that, we have to know what our total product is. So total product is all the product that a company makes in a given period of time. Sometimes this is known as total output. You may want to include that in your notes as well in case you see that, not to confuse it. Sometimes total product is also known as total output. And then we have the marginal product. When we would like to know what is the change in output that is affected by adding one more unit of input. Okay, marginal product is trying to help us understand what is the change in our output generated by adding one more unit of input. So what's going to happen to our output if we add one more unit, and that unit is to be undefined at this point, but one more unit of sugar? What's going to happen to our production of donuts? What if we add one more employee? What if we add one more machine to help make those donuts? That's part of what this is trying to answer. So, I'm hiring. So, I'm going to start here. I think we're going to start with David. And basketball guys, you're next. So David's going to be my first employee here. Now, before you come up to the front, so you can just hang tight right there for a moment. Here's what I want to know. Okay, I have limited availability right now. This box here represents my factory. So I cannot produce anything outside of this box. And I want to know, how can I reach my maximum productivity, my maximum output in my push-up factory? So a couple things you need to know in the background of this scenario is that I'm going to hire a worker at $5 per employee. Okay? So every employee that I hire is going to be $5. That is going to be your wage. $5 for your services. Now this is pretend economic money. This is not going to be anything you take away with you today. It's not going to work. Okay? That's a flat fee. Okay, we're going to use $5 per worker per employee. Now, I am going to make $1 off of every push-up that employee makes. Okay, so